an image of me cosplaying as Shredder when I was a child. My mother made me that outfit, by the way.
Hey there, welcome to GemIIToys. Here we are once again. This time we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder from Neca. It became available at GameStop. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive along with Foot Soldiers and Splinter last year. I unfortunately couldn't get that. I don't live in the United States, I live in Japan. However, I was lucky to find online this figure here in Japan. I did have to pay like double the price, but I love Shredder and here he is. So this movie, I just loved it when it came out in the theater. I was one of those lucky kids to see it. And I do have the 4 turtles, and of course they would not be complete without their enemy Shredder. So without further ado, let's unbox it. Alright, so he's got a nice little spotlight. Hopefully you can see the figure well. Let's unbox it. And it came with these wrappings. I'm pretty sure the seller did that. I got it from a website called Mercari here in Japan. I was surprised to see it. I wasn't even looking for it. I was looking for Hot Toys actually. And then surprise, surprise, this showed up. And I was so happy to see it. I really wanted this because I have the 4 Ninja Turtles. These 4 guys. I got them last year for my birthday. The 4-pack from San Diego Comic-Con 2018, I believe. And then this guy was announced along with the 2 Foot Soldiers and Splinter. I think it was called The Capture of Splinter, if I remember correctly. And I was thinking, gosh, now I gotta get that. But mainly what I wanted was this guy. Splinter can wait. I would like to have him too eventually, but anyways, I'm rambling. Let's take a look. And if I can open it. Okay. Got him freed from that plastic. There's that. Looks sweet. First thing I checked was the eyes. Make sure he doesn't look cross-eyed or something, but he looks fine. So, let's see. Alright, I'm not used to opening these Neca boxes, but here we are. And let's free him out. The cape is in there. Well, the cape seems to be stuck in there. Alright. There we are. There we are. You see that? He looks cool. I remember his voice. No, that's more like a Batman voice. But he had this kind of dark voice. I'm hearing it right now. Looks cool. Looks cool. 7-inch figure, Neca. You know, as you guys, if you follow my channel, you know, mainly what I do is Hot Toys, but every once in a while, I gotta do something from, in this case, Neca, because this figure looks amazing. And here's a quick look at the box. Got some images on the side. That was a nice image. At the back. It's very similar to the Ninja Turtles box, the 4 Ninja Turtles box. That videotape look to it, only this time it's got Shredder on it. Now I know there's 1/4 scale size figures of these guys, but I live, once again, in Japan. Space is tight. And here I am talking with my hands, but yes, it's just not possible for me. Too big. So I was so happy when they announced the 7-inch figures. Alright, so I had to release these These things are kind of a pain in the butt to take out. They're not lying out there when they say NECA figures are a pain to unbox. But anyway, he should come out right now, and there he is. Yep. Had to release these things from the back. Leave them in there. So he's freed now. Yeah, I can move that. And there's a wrist there. Yeah, here, what do we got here? Let's see. Got that all the way up to about there, all the way back there, up there and there. No rotation there. And then got that there. Oh, what do we got here? Is that it? Oh boy, makes me nervous. Yeah, that's. I see an extra joint there. It looks like it's. But you really gotta force it. Oh yeah, and he does that a little bit there. Yeah. So, you guys can see here. Got that there. Yeah, that's enough articulation for. And the neck feels a little strange. Let's take off his mask. Reveal the face that looks nothing like the actor. But hey, they didn't have to do it. It's not a bad head sculpt, just doesn't look like the actor at all. I guess he looks Japanese enough. It's cool. This reminds me of a famous samurai here called Date Masamune, which is from the Tohoku area of Japan. And here, oh wow, this I can barely articulate. These articulations are tough. Yeah, but it does. No swivel. I don't see a swivel there, but up and down. And there's the rotation. Just makes me a little worried. I'm gonna break something. Well, let's see if I can pose him up. Ah, that's right. He only had these claws on one hand in the movie. That's right. Kind of bothered me when I was a kid. It's like Shredder has on both hands, just like the cartoon. And why is his suit red instead of that purple? Then I learned a little more about Ninja Turtles down the line, and I realized the original Shredder looked like this in the original comic book, and he was more badass and not so comical like the comic. I mean, I know it was for kids, and I really enjoyed it. The original comic was just gory and so dark, which now as an adult I kind of like it better. Alright, I got his mask on. Very nice figure. Neca is pretty great. Give him a little pose. See if I can stand him. Yeah, oh, he stands pretty good. Real good. So, we got this weapon. I'm not sure. Oh, this must be for the knife. Yeah, it'll be it. Ah, yeah, this is the knife he pulls from in the back, maybe? This is what he throws at Splinter, and Splinter catches it. Looks like it's a hand, like, ready to attack. It's not really relaxed. God, this is for grabbing his pole, spear. Yeah, he can grab his pocket knife. The paint job is very, I wouldn't say looks like a toy, but it doesn't look like metal. This one has the claws or knives. I don't know why I keep calling them claws, like Wolverine. Yeah. Semi-closed fist for holding weapons once again. So, you know, that's enough. That's really, I can't I can't think of anything else that this figure should have came with. And of course the cape. Let's see if I can pull it out. It's probably taped in there as well. Yep, I use a lot of tape. That's alright. Cape is not bad. Not bad at all. And it's got a wire. I feel the wire right here. It's got a wire. This is all a wire, so you can pose it. Very nice. Very nice. As well as on this side has a wire as well. I can feel it. Interesting smell to it. But the material is real nice. I mean, this is the way I remember it in the movie. Before I proceed putting the cape, I want to show you guys. These are double jointed. You can see here. These knees are double jointed. It was really tight though. I had to do it off camera, and in the process I was kind of bending these knives, so please be careful with that. But they go right back in place if you bend them. But you know, he can actually go on his knees and oh no, or something like that. Anyways, let's see what he looks like with his cape. And there he is with his cape on. I haven't fiddled around much with it, but it's got a clip here. At first it was a pain to do, but you would just pop out the clip here. If you can see, let's see. There's this clip right here, and it just comes out right there, and just clip it on like so. Oop, there we are, like that. And I like this look. It's pretty nice. I like it. He's kind of more imposing with the cape, and it's got the wire like I said here, so you can pose it to your liking. Maybe kind of have it like draped down like that, or I remember Tatsu, which is like his right hand man, or was bringing these shoulder pads, make them visible. I remember he kind of put the cape behind the Tatsu. Yeah. As you can see here, this wire just popped out from the cape, so be careful. It'll pop right back in. You just gotta feed it back in carefully, that is. Yeah, this cape, I'm not sure, but I didn't get the figure for the cape. And I'm probably gonna pose him alongside the Ninja Turtles fighting, and he does not wear the cape when he's fighting them. So, by the way, here's the back. That helmet looks just like I remember in the movie. There, you can see, sorry about that, you can see the helmet there. Yeah, that cape, look at that cape, real nice. Nice material, soft. Yeah. You can kind of see in the back of a figure, you can see the articulation here, but actually the articulation of this figure is well hidden for a 7-inch figure. I mean, I can barely see it. I mean, looks really great. So there he is. I like him. I'm not totally convinced with the cape. I mean, the cape is nice. I may pull these wires out. I don't know. These wires seem to do more of a disservice than service, I think, because it's just really hard to pose. Just, I don't know, but I'll have to think about that. But he looks cool with the cape. But once again, it's not the reason I got this. It's also quite transparent. You can probably see my hand through it. You see right there. There he is, guys. I tried to pose him up as best as I could. like I said, I'm not very used to these Neca figures. There's a little shadow, a little light again. Here. The cape, if you mess around with it, you can make it look like it's draping, but it has no weight to it, so it doesn't drape very well, and those wires, you can kind of make them work. That's kind of the best I could do as of right now. And like I said, the articulation is not very visible, the joints I mean. You can see there, but that looks like it's just kind of part of the design of the clothes, or like wrinkles of the clothes. They're very well hidden, and here if you pull these up a little bit, you can barely see the knee articulation. So barely any articulation visible. And that head, look at that, looks real good. Yeah, I've been wanting a Shredder figure for a long time, and this is cool. Here's another pose for you, holding his spear. Now he does have an ab crunch. I didn't realize before. He does have an ab crunch, and if I put the camera down, I can show you here real quick. He does rotate, and he does have an ab crunch, so you can do some abs like that. Oh, I'm doing some abs. So back to the pose. Yeah, menacing. I like him better without the cape. To be honest with you, I like him better without the cape. This is the way I'm gonna probably pose him, something like this. I like him holding his spear. Great memories of that. Yep. Zoom in a little bit into that head. There. You can really see that head. Or the eyes, I should say, with a mask. I'll show you once again without the mask what he looks like. Very cool figure. Very, very cool. Yep, you can see some articulation there. The joint, but not bad. Not bad at all. I just don't like, I'm one of those people who just don't like to see joints. If you're like me though, you won't be disappointed with this figure. I'm alright. I was a little wondering how that would, but looks great. Yep. Now a couple quick points of interest are, be careful when removing these hands, because these knives, if you're not careful, I didn't break them or anything, but they will kind of go together and you can separate them, but they seem delicate. It's basically what I'm saying. So be careful with these knives as well as all the knives when kind of pressing or articulating them. And here, the belt, this is made out of plastic, but there's a material piece on top. So I'm thinking that's probably so you can maybe hide the knife. You can put it, I'm not going to do it right now, but you could probably put him in the back, like put his knife inserted there, or use this and kind of put it and just kind of hide it back there like that. Yeah, maybe you can stuff it in there. I don't want to do it because I don't want to stretch the material, but that is definitely a possibility. This collar is loose, but that's totally fine. Now removing the mask is very easy, but putting it back on, to me it's just been kind of tough. Not to put it on itself, but to just make it look neat and straight, if that makes any sense. And in the meantime of while I'm doing it, these you kind of have to move these aside so you can see there's these kind of connectors back there, and you just shove it in there and it hooks in there, but in the process you may bend these, which I kind of did, and I know you can probably bend it back in place. This, you just kind of feed it in there like that, and there he's holding his spear. Not totally correctly, but get the idea. No! And then, like I mentioned with the spear, the paint apps, they're not bad, but it doesn't look like metal. This does not look like metal. But it doesn't look bad. And once again, for the price, that's a pretty good paint app. But for those of you who are picky, the knives are just painted in a silver color, and it doesn't look like metal to me. But it looks just fine. And here's the final pose, you guys, without his mask. Yeah, he looks Japanese. Looks like a Japanese dude. The scar looks good too. You can see that. Yeah. Very nice. He's holding his mask. You can see there. Got him holding his mask, and the other hand is holding the knife, but he barely holds it. It comes out really easily, as you can see there. You just pop it in, but he will hold it. It's just loose in there. But, I'm happy with him. Can't wait to see what he looks like with the turtles. I'll show you that as well. I might pull them out later or just make another video on that. But there he is. Yeah. Head sculpt looks good. I'm not disappointed at all. I can't believe these figures in America, what are they? Like $20-some? I know here I paid about $50. But, you know, I'm in Japan and I wasn't expecting to find this guy in the first place. I feel lucky. If I can get him in focus, there we are. Focus, focus, focus. There we are. Yep. Anyways, this just about wraps it up. I think it's great. It's a cheap figure. It's real cheap. If you're lucky to find one at GameStop, boy, get your hands on one. If you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles, you gotta have this guy to go along with them. You know? So that about sums it up. Pick them up if you can. But don't pay those outrageous prices online like I did. At least I didn't pay $100 for them, you know. I paid $50. But I'm happy even paying that price, considering I'm in Japan. And we don't have any local GameStops to pick them up. Anyways. There he is wearing his cape. And behind him, a little preview of what I'm going to do next. As you might have seen in my channel, I went to a Spider-Man event and I had to pick up this figure, so stay tuned. I'm going to be reviewing that next. Beautiful box. But, man, this Shredder figure sure looks nice. Real nice.
Subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this, and that's about it. Enjoy the path of collecting, and catch you guys next time.